You shall not pass!
Run, you fools!
Hey everybody, and welcome back to JT's Toy Box. That's right, you're in my box. So kick back, relax, grab something to eat, grab something to munch, because we're going to talk toys. That's right, we're going to talk Toy Talk. Now to get us started today, we're going to talk about something awesome that just came in my mail. That's right, it's something long overdue, long overwaited, and that was a back order from Lord of the Rings. You shall not pass. So I had some really bad weather the other day. I had a bad experience, but we were able to turn this bad experience into something bright and happy. Well, maybe not so happy. He's probably one of the most evil things you can find in Lord of the Rings, and that is my Balrog of Moria. So, a long time ago, I placed an order by referral, and I thought, you know what, that's going to be an awesome toy. But the toy never came, month after month after month, and then it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. So it's a good, decent price tag. I mean, you're going to invest a toy, you might as well have something that's of value. And so I was always kind of worried. It's like, is that going to come out of my paycheck this month? And then the next month would happen, and then is it going to come out this month? And then nothing. So I've been having money floating in my account just for these pre-orders. And just the other day, a year later, one magnificent year later, my Balrog came to me in the mail. So I am super happy. We're going to go and we're going to review this new toy. Like I said, it was a rainy day. FedEx delivers from BigBad, and they just, oh my goodness, it's just... Just kidding. But anyway, I got a sopping box. It was disgustingly wet, but none of the contents were damaged inside. BigBad does an excellent job in wrapping up with all the bubble wrap, and so there was no harm done. No foul. So anyway, let's get past that dark day, and we're going to get started into looking at this new toy. All right. And we got new angles, too. I'm hanging this up from the ceiling, just so you know. So here I am. Here I am. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, let's get to it. So here we go. This is our new addition to our Lord of the Rings panel. This is the Balrog. And it is, like I said, a very much overdue addition to my shelf. I really, really dig how big he is. This is probably one of the biggest Lord of the Rings, next to one of those long neck dragon thingies. And I have that in my bookshelf in my library. And this is just really cool. He will go in my library. I thought I was going to put him in here in my toy box, but I'd much rather have him inside in the house with me. And so cool. He's going to look next to all my books. He's going to look fierce. And so anyway, some things I just wanted to point out. He comes with a pretty good base that you attach him to. The base was really hard to get his feet pegged into the two pegs that come up. And there's a small peg and a big peg, so there's only one way you can position them on this particular base. But unless you probably warm up his feet, which I didn't want to do with hot water, it was very difficult in order to get his feet on the pegs. So I swiveled one of his feet down pretty close to the bottom, but as you can see, there is still some space there on both feet, which I'll probably end up putting some kind of cover on this. So let's talk about this base before we get to the Balrog. The base is pretty plain. I paid about $109 on BigBad, and it is a decent toy, but the base is really lacking. It's just gray plastic, and I've seen this in the McFarlane series when they come out with big toys and bases. That's where they skip. So I'm probably going to end up getting some flocking. I have over here in the back in accessories and stuff like that for building. I got some flock, and I'm not going to use like moss flock, but I'll probably end up using a sand or small pebbles, and so I'll spray some stuff down and then I'll flock it. And then I'll do a dry brush, and then I'll just kind of make these rocks seem a little bit more antiqued than what they are. But overall, it's a really nice foundation for improving upon. And so, just like Warhammer and a few others, you can always make the base your own. But the Balrog, they did an amazing, amazing job. He has a really nice sheen about him, which kind of looks like he's obsidian. And then he also has a very cool looking translucent flame on his back. And we're going to get the lights off here in a little bit, and we're going to take a look at him in the dark. But even his wings will glow over here. So the material is all translucent with like a black dry wash on it. Even with his face right here, which I thought was cool. If you put the light on it, you can see how the horns will glow, and even up in his mouth. But how do you get lighting like that in your bedroom? I mean, if anybody had like the most ideal conditions, I would say, yeah, but I don't, and I don't know how to really represent this guy on the shelf. But let's get back to his face. I mean, isn't that so cool? Oh man! And yeah, his feet. That's something also too I wanted to bring out about his feet. He has what looks like hooves, and then little tiny toes with horns on them, kind of like dew claws or something. So I don't know if that was just for the intention of the base itself to have a stronger stand, like a peg it into, or if he actually has just those toes, and maybe they would have been bigger, like a T-Rex. But I do recall, I think, seeing hooves in the movie. I have to rewatch it again. But it looks like a little combo of both, which is just a little weird to me. But we never get a really good anatomy lesson on a Balrog, do we? Also, too, I thought was neat about this particular toy was his whip. His whip is just as man, it just gets out there, doesn't it? So one thing I noticed is in the manual over here, it said whoosh, that basically the whip is supposed to go big. The big piece goes into his hand, and then it kind of tapers off into a like a thinner piece, which is back here. And so what I did is I just reversed that. I like the idea of something coming towards me, getting bigger. And then I know that if you kind of look at the flames, they go the opposite way. But hey, when wind is blowing flames, flames go wherever the wind takes it. And so anyway, I kind of like this popping out at you type of look instead of having it taper off to a distance. And he is going to be staring at you, so it only makes sense that his whip would get bigger. But I just think he is overall super cool. So let's take a look at him in the dark. All right. So, well, I tell you what, it looks cool in person. I don't really know what this camera is picking up, but you can tell that he is translucent, and you can take your light or lamp or whatever, and you can shine it in on it, and it is cool looking. That is so neat. It looks like fire for sure. So as I was turning off the lights and trying to figure out a good angle in order to get what, there you go, get a better look at what he looks like translucent, I just thought to myself, and, here, let's get over here. Why didn't they put LEDs in the base? Since I'm paying a lot of money already for this toy, and I say about $109 is fair price, but just LEDs, why not put a few of those in the figure so this kind of stuff stays lit up when you flip it? And same thing with his face. You could have had one right here in his neck, and that would have shined into his horns, and it would have looked really cool. So, and then his wings, I don't know how they would have done that, but you could have had something right here that would have shot out into the wings, just kind of just like that. Didn't have to be too much. It could have been like low embers, but then all this would be fired up. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the situation. Down in the comments below, you let me know what you think. But yeah, I would think for the money, it wouldn't have hurt just to put a couple of LEDs in this bad boy and then really spruce up the base. And I think I would be overall tickled with it. But you know, I don't know anything about inlaying LEDs into the system, but maybe a few drills for a guy who is really good at doing that kind of thing, or a girl, to go ahead and just like drill in some LEDs. I've seen that penciled in with a small wire, and it lights up for like Star Wars models that some people on YouTube do. That might be a cool custom addition for this bad boy. But I would have liked to have seen that, or even with the whip. I actually have Marvel Legends where you have. Oh, so this is articulated, by the way, where they have a little switch right here that either makes a sound or you can make it light up. And this whole whip could have had just like beep, 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 little tiny LEDs. But for the price, is what I'm trying to say. This is a really low budget. You're not paying $400 or $500 for something from like Sideshow or any other type of website that would carry a toy like this. But for $109, I just kind of expected a little extra. But overall, super happy with this toy. I wouldn't be able to find this on the shelf anywhere here in Cali, and I had to order it. So, and for those of you who need a little size reference, I got the Jurassic Park T-Rex, which stands pretty much at his height, and then you also have the vintage Star Wars Rancor next to him. So you know, he's definitely got some size to him. Look at that T-Rex. It looks like he's looking at me. It's like, what's for dinner? But anyway, definitely have something to compare the sizes to for those of you who may have one of these in your collection. So anyway, guys, that is my video on that guy right there. Be sure to check back with me for a new video that I'll be posting here pretty soon. I got some spoilers in the last one if you caught them, but I'm going to take two franchises that have toys on the shelves, on the pegs, and we're going to mash them up. Some others on YouTube have already done that, but I got them in hand, and I'm just really looking forward to playing. And so tune in next time and join me in another day in JT's Toy Box. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Helps promote the channel. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.